Hello everyone, this is Demomaker. For 10 years of this channel, I wanted to do something special. On top of the montage, I wanted to do some world tours so that we can review all the worlds we've been through throughout the years. And I'll also probably go through worlds that you've never seen before because some of them were pretty detrimental to continuation of me playing Minecraft. So I hope you enjoy the tours. Let's do it. Big mountains. Uh, I'm gonna make. Uh, I'm messing with you. Yeah. So welcome back to our first world. So this is the same world as the our first world revisited. So yeah, it's the same seed as I put in at the first episode on January 2nd and yeah, of 2014. Uh, yeah, so this is where I spawned. The first thing I did when I spawned here was build a massive dirt tower, and um, with that dirt tower, I want that to be like the way to know how to get back because before that I always put landmarks where my bases were so that I could easily find them from a long distance. But since I'm in a weird area where there's plains but a lot of mountains around, it isn't that useful. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Then, like after I started, I chopped some trees and upgraded this a bit. And then it was night and we got set here. If I can get in the door. Uh, yeah, so uh, I made this kind of cool little pattern in the floor and stuff when I first made this. Uh, and then since during the night I couldn't get out because like there were zombies around me, I dug down in this place and you're gonna see that later. I dug down to a level about here. Yeah, and this was our first mine. Uh, there's not much here anymore, but yeah, this was the first mine I used to get my first diamonds in our YouTube worlds. So yeah, I also put chests over here because it was a far way down, so I put chests at the bottom and more chests here. And then, like, before I dug down until that level, there was this cave over here that I discovered on episode 2 or 3. And yeah, I explored it, and there wasn't that much stuff in it, but it was enough to survive. Um, yeah, that cave hasn't been used really. And then uh, I started this project of a railway uh, that went pretty much anywhere in the world that I wanted. So, like, it started like a small little central area over here, and I slowly expanded it throughout the year that I was playing this world initially. Um, and yeah, so I placed this decoration so that it would look nice and stuff. And yeah, I didn't get far with that tunnel or anything until I came back. So for the meantime, what I was doing if I had nothing else to do was to go fishing in a pond like this. And because it was my only good food source, but I didn't know at the time that wheat could have been a better option. And yeah, um, Yeah, this is a pretty significant mountain next to us. It's not that big, but yeah. After that, I went through this plains biome and I tried to find an area with different trees. I believe I was searching for a swamp, and that's when I encountered our new base area that I started out uh, in the later episodes. So yeah. So this is the second second base I made when we came through this area. I thought it was a great area because there was like this river going through a relatively flat area and then like at the surface over here. So I dug out a huge area, and that's what led to this idea of a fortress. And yeah, that's what became of it. I started making a fortress. I started with chicken coop and stuff over here, and I slowly formed the fortress around. Um, Initially, I also made this cool system to get past the village. I don't have any papers right now, but essentially what it does is you put paper, it spits it out again. Now it doesn't always work. Like you can see that I put it back and nothing happened. But yeah. There's also this huge cow and sheep pen that I started at the later episodes. I'm not sure if they were in the episodes or not, but yeah. I also managed to get an enchanting table at some point, and I put bookshelves over here. I'm not sure if they were legit bookshelves or not. I'm not sure, but because it's quite a lot of bookshelves, but yeah. I probably killed a lot of cows for that. That's pretty much it. And yeah, that was basically what I had built in the first episodes of this world. Um, I built this tiny house as well. Later on, I moved the chicken coop inside the walls, and I also made these walls. Uh, in one episode, I went for slime balls, and I found some, and then I came back over here with them and put sticky pistons underneath this with the redstone system and stuff. When I came back to this world, it didn't work anymore because there was something wrong with the way I did the redstone back there. But yeah, um, yeah. And after that, I also had the nether portal over here, but it didn't lead to much in the nether. I didn't explore it much. I spawned in nether tunnel and it didn't lead to anywhere. So yeah. Um, yeah. So then a couple uh, at the beginning of the year I came back to this world and I saw the progress I had previously made, and I decided to continue on it. And so this is now our most recent world, technically, because I started really enjoying playing on this world again. And the first things we did was plan some. Uh, was this planned? I'm not sure. Uh, there was these plans that I planned at the start of the like restructuring of the world. I also one of the first things I did was build the walls around all of the fortress because the fortress had walls around, but they weren't complete. They weren't at the full height, so yeah. So yeah, after I made first few episodes on just restructuring my world a bit, I decided to start a live stream of me playing on the world. And for the live stream, I decided to like live in this kind of area because it was pretty central to everything. And yeah, so I built this little place to sleep at night and stuff. And uh, this came later, but then I had the idea to connect the railroad and finish it up until this point. So that's why the railroad from the first base comes along up until this area. I'm gonna show that later, but yeah. I also made this room of redstone and build blocks to play during the live stream because otherwise it would have been boring when I was AFK. Yeah. I also made this kind of figure. Yeah. I also prettified this staircase sometime. And yeah, I guess that was the first live stream I did when I came back. After that, what I did was add battlements around the fortress so that it looked a lot better. And then I also started to figure out more systems of disposing items and stuff, like this system. I'm not sure it actually works as I wanted it, but yeah. I also built this furnace system that I got an idea from another world that I was playing with on my friend's server. And yeah, it's a pretty efficient way to do furnaces, so yeah. Then this was our first storage area when I came back. I wanted the chests to all be in the same area over here, and eventually the chests were getting pretty filled up, so when I redesigned the castle, this kind of thing, I planned out a storage system over here. So I have a lot more storage, even though I'm kind of using a lot of it still. So maybe someday I'll need better storage than that. Yeah. I also for the system to work, I made a huge lava farm. I found these stalagmites or stalactites in a cave, and I was able to generate some, and that's how I made this first lava cauldrons. And with these cauldrons, I put a lot more lava over here, and from this lava, there's a lot more cauldrons. So I'll pretty much never run out of lava in this world. And I also built this redstone door system around so that animals don't go in this lava lake. I made protection just in case, but yeah, it's a pretty simple design. Um, if you look here, it's like it's probably not as good as it could be, but it does the job like I wanted it to. Yeah, so then I also made these kind of wood carvings of some of the layers I like uh, uh, encountered during my adventures and stuff. So yeah, um, the like some of these faces are pretty like generalized. So some of the people represented have like two usernames because it's like they have the same face design. So yeah. And then because of this, I had the idea to make to talk about the past and stuff and add signs in that tunnel that we'll probably go through later. Yeah, there's not it's not that interesting, but yeah. My cards. Okay, and so yeah, after I finished a bit the area down there, I decided to uh, build this little village area inside the walls because it felt a little more alive because of that. This. This was the first building I made because I was running out of storage. So yeah, and then I got inspired to do more, and that's what led to this. Um, I also explored the Nether a bit more during that time to get a bit more Nether wart and a lot more blaze rods so that I can advance better in the world. Um, yeah. Then after I built that housing area, I built this castle, and that's pretty much it for what I did in this area. Um, this is my throne. I I al- I always wanted to build some kind of castle in this area, but I didn't know how to build it. It's not the best design, I guess, but it does the job for what it represents. But yeah. So then, what I did was take this horse and I went. Well, during the time of everything happening over here, I also worked on this bridge over here that wasn't here before. I usually just crossed this area um, in the water and then went to the plains. But I figured out that this would be a better link to the plains biome. So yeah, I built this pathway up until this area. Then I decided to add some decor around the path because otherwise it would look a little plain. So I built this playhouse in the style of like some kind of villager house. Um, Nothing really inspired me that much. I mostly got inspired by like Hypixel builds and stuff that looked like a bit like this. Um, I also, well, before doing that, the whole path thing, I also built this kind of minigame area so that I can shoot a bow and it hits on the targets and it lights up the light above for target practice. And this is a second home I built. It's also made of clay with wheat and stuff. Um, yeah, and that's pretty much it for this area and most of the overworld. Um, there's also this area that I'm planning to do some kind of tutorial area because I found out that doing tutorials in survival is pretty fun, so I might do something with that eventually. Yeah, so This is the big tunnel. Oh, I'm gonna stop right here. So, um, yeah, I made this my Minecraft community journey timeline. There's a video about this if you want to watch it. Well, two videos actually. So, yeah, in that video I explain everything in this timeline. And yeah, so I also made this decoration around it so that it fits better in the world. But like, it's kind of a weird design, but it does the job. The arrows just mean like the passage of time, and the, the quartz uh, just adds a cool background. And yeah, I dug all of this out. It was a long process, but I eventually was able to do it. And I mostly did it during live streams, and also I replaced the floor with the correct decoration like this. Um, it took a lot of cobblestone, and that's the main reason why I also dug out the lava area over here. This was my main source of cobblestone, so with the cobblestone I got there, I put it in the furnaces, and yeah, it was almost a self-fulfilling furnace system. So, let's go to the Nether, because there are other places that we need to explore. Uh, well, for that, I'm gonna go here just to show you uh, what it looks like. So yeah, uh, you can go over here. Um, yeah, so we can see pretty much everything from here. It's a pretty great vantage point if it was an actual castle. But yeah, let's try to get to the Nether portal in unconventional ways. Yeah. So in this area, our first Nether portal was down here. Yeah. Where this cobblestone is, that was the Nether portal. I dug out some tunnels to get to the different areas. And eventually, when I came back to the world, I decided to move this up to the Y level 118, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe that's it. And I did that because I was inspired by a friend's world, and in that world he put it at 118 because it's a better height to build out in the Nether if you want tunnels. Yeah, so we can go to the Swamp Village. The Nether mine isn't that interesting. It's just, but let's go to the Swamp Village first, because these are kind of annoying. I might place buttons eventually. Is this? Yeah, this is the swamp. Yeah, so this is the swamp. I tried to find in the first episodes, and I found it like in the later episodes, but yeah, this is where I got the slime balls for the sticky pistons um, in the door of the base. Uh, and I didn't have a nether portal connection to this area, so I had to go here by foot. And that's why you see a lot of landmarks, because during that time I believe that using F3 to get around was kind of cheaty, and also I didn't want to carry a book around my player every time because I didn't have much resources. So this was the simplest solution for that time. And then I found this village further out. I'm not sure if I found it uh, when I came back. I believe I found it when I came back. Yeah, I did find this village when I came back to this world to revisit it. Um, it's a pretty okay village. There's a big hill in their area, so a lot of villagers die. But the main villagers I'm interested in are safe, most part. I don't remember where they are, but yeah, I believe the Menning villager is around here. Yeah, yeah, that's the guy. I also traded a bit with the other villagers to get emeralds, and that's pretty much it. I also made like this area because I didn't have another portal originally. I just went here when I was exploring. After I went to the swamp, I found this village. So yeah. Um, well, when I came back. Okay, so now we can go to the netherite mine and fortress. I'm gonna go to the fortress first because it's further out. But oh no. Okay. Yeah, I should really put buttons on the ice eventually. Yeah. So let's go to the fortress. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. And this fortress isn't that well protected. Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't go here very much. But yeah, I found this nether fortress eventually, but yeah, it was pretty far from my initial spawn point, so that's why I didn't find any when I first started the world. So yeah, nothing much else to add. I made tunnels to get here, but eventually I made this way of getting around. That was a lot better. Um, yeah. Why are there so many piglins and stuff? No, 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 no. Okay, I usually have a shield. I don't know where I put it. Okay. Yeah, so let's go visit our netherite mine. It's not that interesting. I'm just gonna go there to see how it looks. Yeah. I made this area to gather resources. This ice path actually goes pretty far out because my netherite mine is pretty big. Like I'm using the F3 plus G chunk border way to find the netherite, and I don't really need more netherite anymore, so I don't really go here that much anymore, but I used to a lot. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah. So we can go to the ice spikes biome first. Uh, I there's this portal that I don't know what it serves as a purpose, but yeah, I eventually found this ice spikes biome. Yeah, so this is the ice spikes biome. Yeah, and if we go into this direction, we'll hit the desert. Um, this is a new area that I don't really go too much. Um, I I just finished connecting it by ice. Will eventually, yeah. Okay. I don't know why the boat always glitches. Yeah. So this is the desert area. So yeah. Okay. So let's go explore this portal. Okay. So it's just a basic forest. You'll notice that I haven't gone to the end yet, so maybe in some future I might go there. There's also this blacksmith area that I haven't done anything with. I was planning on doing something when I stopped playing, and I don't know what I was buying, but I guess I'll do something with this someday. And yeah, like I said 10 years ago, uh, I think this is over 15 minutes, so comment down below if you have other ideas about this LP or if you have other feedback for this LP. Yeah, so see you in next episode. Bye.